It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of...
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Officially, it will go as a... and that's going to lead to a third down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Stafford on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there.
Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Evans will score. Touchdown, L.A. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And down right around the 37. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and dip.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And they'll send Kupp in motion right.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it's Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Zach Evans
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Tutu Atwell.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Marr on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Rams 21, Ravens nothing. Brett Maher is set.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Was there defensively.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again. Hey, 50.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And got his man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. First and 10 right at the 20. Oh, design run for their wideout. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down, Rams.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Here's a diving catch right side. 23 yards on the play.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Throwing is Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Maher is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Steps away. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's now 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been